Don't be afraid. And trust your instincts.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we are going to be discussing Thrawn's hidden big connection to Anakin Skywalker and for what that can mean potentially for the future of the Ahsoka show. We're going to go ahead and hop right on into it. In this video we are going to be taking a quick read from movieweb.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. This is really just an overall and general basis of understanding or an explanation on some of the Timothy Zahn Thrawn novels that we had originally had, especially now for what the Mandoverse is really becoming and how they're tying those novels into canon and into the new Star Wars timeline being a part of the Mandoverse, and especially with having Anakin fully appear in Ahsoka episode 5, the latest episode. We do already know that Thrawn is going to appear in the Ahsoka show. He's been name dropped plenty of times at this point. The trailer shows him even. I definitely do believe that there is going to be some kind of big tie-in connection that could be much larger than we actually are anticipating for the Ahsoka show into the regards of Anakin / Vader and Thrawn. It's a small universe in Star Wars, as two of the most iconic characters in the franchise, Thrawn and Anakin, have met before, despite hailing from completely different galaxy at that point. In the ongoing Ahsoka show, the Force warrior Ahsoka Tano and the apprentice of Anakin Skywalker, who has fought Darth Vader twice at this point, is on the hunt for the Grand Admiral Thrawn, the long-lost mastermind who may be returning to start a new war against the fledgling New Republic to take back over the galaxy, or the in-universe Star Wars galaxy. Not the galaxy that he's been kind of spared off to with Ezra Bridger, as we did see at the end of Star Wars Rebels. I definitely am, though, however, quite curious to see if he did take that galaxy over, or what role he might play within that other galaxy that he's been banished to with Ezra Bridger, as we did hear Morgan Elsbeth kind of explain in Ahsoka episode 2, and as we saw at the end of Star Wars Rebels, as they both flew off into what we all were thinking was just the unknown regions within this already pre-established Star Wars universe or galaxy. It does turn out, though, as it was revealed and explained in Ahsoka episode 2, that this is a whole nother galaxy. There have been a couple of theories floating around out there that I've seen. I'd like to discuss this in more depth and in more detail in a separate future video here on the channel, but a lot of people have been theorizing that Thrawn created a whole army in this other galaxy that he plans on bringing to the already in-universe normal Star Wars galaxy, kind of like the same thing of what we saw in the sequel trilogy with Palpatine bringing back his empire and building this empire on the planet of Exegol. The pair are quite similar, Anakin and Thrawn, as they both have always been willing to do whatever it takes as military leaders to fulfill their duty, utilizing very orthodox methods to achieve their goals. Anakin unwittingly copied Thrawn once, one time using his warship as a shield for his smaller fighter ships to break a blockade and win a battle, as we saw in the Clone Wars animated show that Thrawn did in the Heir to the Empire novel. So, of course, they each will get the job done, no matter what feathers have been ruffled or laws are totally broken or war crimes or whatever the case may be. And in the same way, that got them into trouble. Anakin with the Jedi Council and Thrawn with the Chiss species. Thrawn has accepted his exile, though, however, from his people and his species, as Anakin destroyed the entirety of the Jedi Order. A little different in responses, but still similar. The similarities might not be all that coincidental, though, as Anakin and Thrawn have a hidden connection before established years ago, and may have become important as the Ahsoka show continues on. So let's explore the characters and the possible consequences in the current world of Star Wars. I'd love to see this in the actual Clone Wars animation, but Anakin and Thrawn did meet during the events of the Clone Wars. Thrawn and Anakin have actually met twice, and while both times were in the novels, they are still in canon. The first time was during the Clone Wars. The meeting is further detailed in the novel Thrawn Alliances by Timothy Zahn, the original creator and author of the famous big-brained blue character, where Anakin is searching for his wife, Padme Amidala, who was on a secret mission to find an enemy factory that could build war droids resistant to both the Force and lightsabers, but had lost contact on a distant planet in the Outer Rim near the border of the galaxy. On the way to his unsanctioned rescue mission, Anakin bumps into Thrawn during the events of the Clone Wars, who is also on an unsanctioned unsanctioned mission to learn about the foreign war and the alien governments in the galaxy far, far away. This was the first time that the Republic or the Chiss had ever come in contact with each other, though because both were in an unsanctioned missions, it was really kept a secret. Thrawn helped Anakin until he found Padme, confident that he had formed a new ally from a strange galaxy, and they both had returned to their own homes after that encounter. This is the first time that we see Thrawn and Anakin/Vader meet. That was during the Clone Wars, and as I had mentioned, I would love to see that come to animation. I mean, I'd like to discuss this in another video here on the channel, but seriously, imagine a Clone Wars Season 8 with some of the unanimated or unfinished arcs, such as Cad Bane versus Boba Fett, Anakin and Thrawn meeting, or an arc with the Dark Disciple novel depicting of what happened to Ventress at the end of the Clone Wars. All of that would be absolutely insane. Anyway, the second time that the two characters meet, Anakin/Vader and Thrawn, was during the Age of the Rebellion. The next time that they met was decades later in Zahn's Thrawn alliances after the fall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire, when Thrawn was exiled from his galaxy and his people, and the Imperial troops had found him in the actual in-universe Star Wars galaxy. Brought before Emperor Palpatine himself, Thrawn revealed that the exile was a cover-up for his seeking to ally with the Republic and the Jedi, and he asked to speak with Anakin Skywalker. This caught Palpatine's interest, and even off guard, and informing him that the Jedi and the Republic were now gone, he nonetheless had helped Thrawn to the top of the ranks of his empire, as one of the 12 Grand Admirals of the Imperial Navy. And so, soon afterward, Palpatine had sought to test both Thrawn and his apprentice, Darth Vader. Knowing full well that Vader was Anakin, Palpatine wanted to see if Thrawn would remain loyal after discovering that he had once before deceived by Palpatine. He would also test Vader, his apprentice, to see if he would restrain himself from killing Thrawn once he had found out that secret, sending them back both to the place of where they were first met to investigate a disturbance within the Force. Thrawn found out quickly that Vader was indeed Anakin Skywalker, and Vader had soon realized that Thrawn knew his most precious secrets, but Thrawn was vague, and Vader denied everything, unlike the last time that they had met. Instead of being very close companions and working together, they were begrudging allies, weakening each other and making it Palpatine even stronger off of their hate for one another. Not really necessarily working together all that well. That is another story that's in universe or in canon, actually, as I had mentioned, that we do see in the Thrawn Alliance's novel by Timothy Zahn. Once again, Star Wars, Disney, please take my money. I would love to see this come to animation. This here all being said though, however, what does this mean for the Ahsoka show going forward? Why is this necessarily important? Thrawn is one of the few people that ever knew Anakin's secret, becoming the Dark Lord Vader. We don't know if Thrawn ever found out that Anakin had an apprentice afterward, though he may soon find out once his apprentice comes looking for him very, very soon in the Ahsoka show, as Ahsoka is on her way to meet up with Thrawn in this far-away new galaxy that he's been banished to with Ezra Bridger, as we see at the end of the events of the Star Wars Rebels animated show. This might also become another defining moment in Ahsoka's arc and her overall narrative and story, and her relationship with one of the greatest villains in the near half-century run of the franchise, of where she will learn more about her former master, not just when he was the honest warrior, but also when he was also the most feared man in the galaxy, known as Vader. This here all being said though, guys, I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Your thoughts and opinions and theories and speculations for the future of Ahsoka going forward, and with the rest of Thrawn and his overall character, just not within the Ahsoka show, but even outside of that, more on his character overall. I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.